Hello, Cancer. Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. It is a reading for the week ahead. How are you, Cancer? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you doing that. If you are someone who's always here, clicking, viewing, subscribing, giving me the thumbs up, and growing this Cancer tribe, it's working. Look, thank you for all of the energy that you gave me for the monthlies. Now we're going for the weeklies. Look, we've already burned through May, right? Now we're going for, as I drop these cards, I am reading for the first week of June. So I hope you're well, Cancer. Let's find out what's going on for you. We're going to do something a little bit different today. We are going to, every couple of weeks, I like to come at you with readings that are more than one hand. So that's today. And we are going to do two hands today for you, Cancer. So I'm doing a reading for the week ahead, which is always going to be for the week ahead, whenever you find it, today, tomorrow, or next year. Just so happens that I'm dropping them at the end of May, but it is a general reading. It can resonate at any time for you. I'm sure the reading will find you when it needs you, or when you need it. But we are looking at two hands. So first of all, we're going to use this deck for the first hand. Now look, the hands that I throw here, sometimes they relate to each other, sometimes they don't relate to each other. I'm hoping to get different energies for both reads. That's why I'm using different decks. And let's find out what's going on for you, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer, please. Tell me about Cancer in the week ahead. What's coming up for Cancer? First hand. What is coming up for Cancer? Thank you for your cross-watching. Tell me about Cancer, please. We do, oh, there we go. We ask for Cancer and Cancer appears. So we do have the Chariot energy here. I want to say the week ahead for some of you is going to speed up. There is something that is going to start moving really quickly. Some of you might anticipate it, some of you may not. This is Cancer energy, so I feel like whatever it is going to require for you to be in the ultimate balance. I'm just going to say, we do have the white horse and the dark horse, right? This is the feminine, the masculine energy. The person at the top of the chariot, the charioteer, has mastered that energy. So I want to say that it is time for it's time for things to pick up for you. You are headed for some type of victory. Tell me what's coming up for Cancer, please. Tell me why the Chariot is here. We have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity. Look, I feel like for some of you, it might be your finances that are picking up. For those of you who are into charity or helping other people or just helping people in general, I feel for you, it's almost like it feels like the universe is about to pay you back on something here reciprocally. We do have the Moon energy, which tells me that you don't feel it, or maybe you feel it, but you don't see it coming here. Things are not as they seem, I want to say. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. But whatever is coming at you is meant for it to be part of your growth. So I want to say that things are picking up in the week ahead. Things are going to move faster than maybe you might want them to, Cancer. And it could be that it might involve other people. So it might involve something that you're getting reciprocally from other people. We do have your energy here, Cancer energy, as well as Pisces. I want to say, whatever it is that's coming, you're about to get some reciprocity that you don't expect. And I feel like the reciprocity is going to be in the Pentacle world. So it feels like it's going to be maybe after putting a lot of hard work into something, you're going to finally see, the I don't know what you call this, like a bud, or you're going to see something that is protruding through the surface. After not really knowing what was going on down here, I feel like you planted the seed of intention. You threw the seed of intention, picked a path, and decided to nurture that path. And I feel like something here is going to be paid out to you. And it probably comes on the heels of feeling in lack, or maybe your finances have been impacted for a while. Now, it's I just showed you the Five of Pentacles and the Seven is here. Between those two, there's two Pentacles. So I feel like things are about to pick up for you financially. If you've been feeling like the pinch financially, I feel like things are about to pick up for you, but you don't see that. But I feel like it's because you've put a lot of hard work in on something. Tell me more about this Chariot, please. What's about to pick up? We do have, oh, it's a manifestation. It's something that you've been waiting for, hoping for, manifesting. You have a manifestation coming in, my friend. I like that energy. Tell me more. Tell me what is arriving here. What is arriving for Cancer in the week ahead, please? the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like what is going on is you go from being in lack to the manifestation mode. So I was saying, right, it was on the bottom of the deck before and it was in the future, but now it's here. And it's between the 5 and the 7 is 2 pentacles. So I feel like maybe you're going to get a little bit of a raise, or something beneficial is coming to you, something that's going to help you stabilize yourself or put you in a place of balance. So it feels like the 5 of Pentacles, it may not look great on the surface because maybe it's coming at you faster than you want it to come. But the 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands tells me that you have been waiting because you've been feeling in lack, and you've been manifesting. You've been manifesting like crazy, and I feel like something is going to arrive to take you out of this 5 of Pentacles energy. It is balance. So you will get justice. So for some of you, this could mean it's a legal issue that is coming to a place of resolution. It could be a legal thing for some of you that is going to be said in your favor, but the truth is going to come out about the 5 of Pentacles. So the truth is going to come out about the reason why you've been feeling in lack. I feel like you go from the 5 of Pentacles to the justice energy. So it feels like you go from feeling really in lack to complete and total balance, getting karmic restoration, right? It feels like it's some sort of a signal that things are about to get better, because it is whatever you're receiving is karmic justice. It feels like you've cleared some karma here, and maybe you've been in lack for a little while. You're like, how come the only thing I'm receiving is the 5 of Pentacles? I feel like you had been manifesting for a while, but first the universe had to give you some balance, straighten things out, give you a flag, let you know that things are about to get into more balance here. But I feel like you don't see it coming. And this can also be considered a little bit of balance, because 6 of Pentacles is reciprocal, right? It's like you give it to me, I give it to you, right? It's like the scales are balanced here, but you don't see it coming. Why is it that you don't see it coming? You might just be really focused on whatever it is that you're trying to grow here. Maybe it's your Pentacles. We do have the 4 of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And then we have the 5 of Swords. So I feel like for some of you, Cancer, I feel like you need to stop speaking badly to yourself. And really, and some of you might not believe this, and it's okay if you don't. I don't expect you to come here and believe everything that I believe, but I will tell you from experience, and not just an arbitrary belief, that when you speak badly about yourself, that the universe doesn't really know whether you mean it about someone else or about you. So you can say terrible things to someone else because you think that they deserve to hear those terrible things about them. Maybe you're judging them or giving them, information about how you feel they could have done better at something, but understand that the universe doesn't know whether you're speaking about you or someone else. So I want to say that sometimes you get into this place where you have this negative thought pattern. And I feel like the negative thought pattern for you is money. I want to say that it is the energy of Pentacles. So whatever it is, it could be money, house, home, but you're feeling in lack. The 5 of Pentacles is here, and you are about to get justice. Things are going to even themselves out, but you've got to heal this. You've got to heal this, Cancer. You've got to stop talking badly about your finances. I'm never going to get it. I'm never going to get that job. Why did I even apply? My money is short again. I want you to sort of flip that on its head and say that you deserve whatever is coming to you, that you deserve to be financially stable, that you are open to doing whatever it is that you need to do in order to be financially stable. I feel like you've been smack talking yourself, Cancer, and that needs to stop, because the universe is believing you. And whenever you say it out loud, you can hear it. And whenever you say it out loud, the universe can hear it. So please stop. Please stop smack talking yourself. Look, there is some sort of exciting new path that's going to be opening for you here, and I think you're headed in the right direction. I think you're charging toward the exciting new path. I think you're on point. You're on the right track. It may not feel like it right now, but things are about to pick up. Tell me what's about to pick up with this Chariot energy. How are things about to be picking up for Cancer here? We've got the 6 of Swords. So you are moving on from some sort of a mental space that you've been stuck in. There we go. Queen of Pentacles is in the upright. And then we have the 2 Pentacles, which I did speak about, right? I said the difference between the 5 and the 7 is the 2. That's what happens when the Empress is in the room. You talk about it, it arrives. So you know when you get to the Emperor or the Empress level that you really got to watch what you say. Your words really do create your reality. So I feel like you go from a place of really being stuck in the mind here. I feel like you finally finally get movement in your pentacles. And that's what I was talking about down here, that I feel like that maybe this is the reading that you get and you stop smack talking yourself. I feel like if you do, I feel like things are about to straighten themselves out, that you go from feeling like you're in a struggle and a juggle to the Queen of Pentacles, which is the place where you now have enough. You actually have enough, and enough to share with others if you want to. So I feel like you're about to get some movement here, my friend. You are about to race to some type of victory. And I feel it's because you change your mind. Tell me what's coming up in the future here for Cancer. Tell me what's coming up in the future for Cancer. We do have the Fool. I like it. The Hierophant. Excellent. Look, the Three of Cups. It's telling me that you're going on a new path because you've learned the lesson. You've learned to stop smack talking the self, that you really do create your own reality. And some of you might not believe it, and that's okay. But I can tell you that I was one of those people 5 or 10 years ago who was smack talking myself. Somebody who was sending out information into the universe, not really knowing what I was doing. And so now that I've stopped it, I've begun to thrive. And I feel like you will too. So I feel like you are going to be racing. The victory that you're racing toward is a new path. It's like a new leap of faith that you're going to take with this new information and the new lesson that you have learned. It's now you realize you do have a higher self, that when you smack talk yourself, that you're programming the higher self. And so I feel like this is a celebration. It's like a realization that if you do stop doing it, that things are going to start working out for you. Look, the Judgment card is here. You've made some sort of really big decision to just knuckle down, work on yourself, work on your money. Maybe it's time for a bigger, better job. It feels like you're ready to put the hard work in on whatever it is that is going to bring you what you need, because the Judgment is making a big decision and it sets your life on a new trajectory, on a new path, right? You've decided that you're going to make this big decision about being a little more abundant. Also, that it's about time you worked on yourself. And I feel like the way that you need to work on yourself is through the way that you speak to yourself. When you're in silence, when you're by yourself, I feel like every word counts. I want to say every word here that you say to yourself counts. It's either going to be good or bad. You need to come to the ending here, the ending of betraying the self. I think it's a betrayal of the self. We've got 9 swords and 1 here, which is 10. And so I feel like you get some clarity at the end of this about what you've been doing, and things start to move a little quicker here. Surprises come, the Tower shows up, and it's the realization that you're going in the right direction. I want to say with the Queen of Swords, the lesson is learned, because the Queen of Swords isn't going to speak arbitrarily. The Queen of Swords is someone who's highly intelligent, and they're going to choose their words. They're going to respond. They're not going to react. They're going to think it over first. So I'm going to ask you to do that, and you might learn the energy of the Queen of Swords. Did I call her the Queen of Wands? I sometimes do that. I meant the Queen of Swords. So we've got the energy of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Virgo and Pisces energy. We've got more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, more Taurus. We've got, I always say, Cancer, that you're the Taurus of the water signs. You kind of act like a Taurus a little bit. That's why Taurus and Cancer go together so well. We have Justice, which is Libra. We have Aries. We have Pisces, Cancer, more Aries, and more Cancer. All right. Let's find out what the second hand says. Tell me about the second hand for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What else is coming up in the future for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer, please. Tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer for the week ahead. What's coming up for Cancer? Oh, the Empress. Okay, so you might be the Empress, Cancer, and I know that this particular card is Libra and Taurus, but understand that the Queen of Cups is also Cancer, right? And she is all of the queens. She's mastered all of the energy and the lessons, the wisdom of all of the queens. Queen of Cups, Swords, Wands, Pentacles, right? So this is the person who is very well off on their own. They're financially stable, they're mentally stable, their energy is stable. They're a person who really doesn't need anybody in their life, but a person who now has put themselves in a position where everything is stabilized and now they can want something. So this could be someone that you're thinking about, or maybe you are the Empress, right? Let's find out what's going on here for the Empress. So feminine or masculine? Look, the Empress is a feminine leaning energy, but all feminines also have masculine energy. It's a balance of both. We all, humans, animals and plants, we all have masculine and feminine energies here. Tell me about the Empress, please. What do we need to know about the Empress? What we need to know is that the Empress has learned something. The Empress is a student of the game, somebody who is strong enough to know she's in balance, but also wise enough to know that she doesn't have all the information. You don't stop learning once you get to the Empress energy. You're just constantly learning and perfecting the self. Tell me about the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is the student, the one who's willing to be open to all of the information, and then sort it out as per they should, right? Sort it out as to what belongs to them and what doesn't. Tell me what else is here, please. We do have the King of Swords. I like it. We go from the page to the king. So there is some sort of a lesson being learned here. What? We've got all these swords here. What's going on here, Cancer? So you got the Page of Wands in the distance. Look, it feels like for some of you, you could, whether you are the Empress or this is about the Empress, take that into context while I'm telling you what's going on here. So I feel like the King of Swords is about to speak with the Empress, or the Empress is about to take on the energy of the King of Swords. Now, she is the Queen of Swords. She is somebody who's very, who's speaking for herself, who liberates a situation, who will liberate a situation with words. She's very intelligent. She can speak eloquently. She is someone who's not aggressive. She's very assertive, but the King of Swords is showing up here. Now, the King of Swords is a good match for the Queen, for the Empress here, because she is also the Queen of Swords, right? It feels though like this energy is like somebody is learning about how to be truthful, honest. You could be somebody who's in law school, very invested in justice, right? Because the King of Swords is all about that. I see this person here as a lawyer, a judge, a magistrate, a police officer, someone who's invested in telling the truth, investigating the truth. This is the investigator, right? And then speaking it out. So investigating it, finding it out, processing it, and then speaking it out. Somebody is about to speak out some truth to the Empress, about the Empress, or maybe you are the Empress who's about to speak the truth. Tell me more about the Empress. Give us more context, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer, please. We do have the Four of Pentacles, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. You know what? It feels like somebody here has not been getting reciprocity from the Empress. Cancer, I think it's you. I feel like if you aren't the Empress, that you have had a hard time getting reciprocity from the Empress. I feel like you're trying to figure out how to get the Empress's attention. I feel like the Empress is somebody who has maybe shut you off, shut you down, or is not being very vulnerable with you, and you're not exactly clear on why. So I think that's why all these swords are here. So it does feel like with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse that somebody here is not getting reciprocal energy. It's like you're putting energy in and you're not getting any energy out. I want to say that I feel it's because the Empress is not going to respond unless you are emotionally available. And so whether you are, whether you aren't, take that into consideration. Some of you will be and some of you won't be. But the King of Cups tells me that unless you are emotionally available, emotionally intelligent, unless you're going to tell this person about your feelings, unless we're going to discuss our feelings, that the Empress is not going to give you any reciprocity. Now, I feel like you're trying to process that. I think that's what all these swords are here, that you're trying to process that. Although I do believe that the Empress is acting as the King of Swords as well. Like we all have feminine, masculine energy, feminine, masculine energy. So it feels like the Empress is interested in the truth. And I feel like the Empress feels that you might have feelings for her or him, right? So it feels like this person is actually got their back to you, is not really talking to you, unless you're going to show up with the goods. You're going to show up as somebody who's ready to speak about their feelings, someone who's ready to be emotionally honest, intelligent, and emotionally deep. The Empress needs to deep dive. She is the Queen of Cups, right? She is the one who is the creator. She is working in tandem with Source, creating things, right? Whether that's a child or a new path, or she is into creation, creating a home. So I feel like somebody here is almost trying to level you up without saying a thing. And it feels like these two people are probably very much in contact with each other psychically, because we do have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. I do believe that this person is your soulmate. Whether you are the Empress, the King of Cups your soulmate, whether you're the King of Cups, the Empress is your soulmate. Take it as it resonates for you. In the distance, I do have the King of Pentacles. It feels like somebody here is happy and single and may not want to settle down. I feel like it's something that you're trying to release, but you're not ready to release it yet. It does feel like that there's wish fulfillment in the future, stability. If you should choose to settle down with the Empress, I feel like there's a chance that the Empress would give you their attention or their energy. Look, the Empress isn't playing. The Empress isn't somebody who's dating this one, that one, that one, that one. She's not doing that. And she is somebody who's waiting for the right one. She already knows energetically, because she's psychic. She's a psychic intuitive. She already knows as you approach her, she can kind of read you walking in the room, whether she wants to have anything to do with you or not. Call it judgment. Some people will, when they don't understand that when you read energy, you read energy. That's what it is. You can read anything. None of the least is which. The people in the room can read a room. You can read a bitch. You can read Cancer. You know you like my snarky attitude. You know you do. So there we go. Seven of Wands. Tell me why the Seven of Wands is here. This is future energy. Tell me why the Seven of Wands is here, please. I feel like this Empress is standing their ground. And like I said, you could be the Empress, or maybe you are a person who's trying to attract the Empress. I want to say that the Empress is holding her spot. She's holding her boundaries. And the reason is healing. This Empress has put a lot of time and attention into healing, getting balance, being integrated with the self. This person has opened their third eye. This person is someone who is very hopeful about the Ten of Cups. So look, the Empress is not dating anyone except for the Ten of Cups. That person that comes toward the Empress needs to make the Empress, needs to bring the Empress, not make the Empress, because the Empress already is the Ten of Cups. She already does have the happiness that she needs. She's whole within herself. But I feel like with the Ten of Cups here, it's like I've healed so much. Now I've got my boundaries up, and all I will be entertaining is the Ten of Cups. So if the King of Cups comes along, that might be you. If the King of Cups comes along, that person better be dragging the 10 Cups along with them, because I'm not even going to give them the time of day. The Empress doesn't have to. She doesn't need anybody. It's a powerful place to be when you don't need anything and anyone. And I'm not saying that you seclude yourself away from society and you just tell people to go away. That's not what it is. The Empress has practiced keeping people behind the boundary. So she's put boundaries on herself, which means if someone treats me this way, I will treat them that way 100%. People know exactly where the Empress stands, right? Tell me more. We have the Three of Wands, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Fool. So I feel like if you are going to call in the Empress or try and approach the Empress, I feel as though the ships that are coming in is the Ten of Swords. It feels like that first we have to end a cycle, and we have to talk about something. We have to end the silence, or end the cycle, or end the hurt. I feel like that's what the Three of Wands is bringing in. I feel like the Empress is waiting for somebody to explain why something came to an end. The Fool is here. It's like the Empress went on her own path, or is waiting for a new beginning. But first you got to explain yourself. What happened here? Somebody was up on their high horse. That's what it looks like here. It feels like somebody was up on their high horse. I want to say that the Sun and the Sun in the Tower to me is a major awakening. It's a major breakthrough. And I want to say that maybe Cancer has realized that maybe I was a little forward. Maybe I just assumed that because I'm good looking, attractive, I get a lot of attention, my energy is attractive, that this Empress was just going to fall all over me. But the Empress doesn't chase, see? That's the thing. And I feel like it's a realization that if you want the victory, you are going to have to talk about what ended, or you're going to have to talk about the betrayal. There's something going on here. And I feel like somebody, Cancer, you might be approaching the Empress, or the Empress is waiting for someone to approach if you are the Empress. But I feel like there has been an ending here between these two. That's what it feels like. There has been an ending, and we need to speak about it. That's what all these swords are about. And it feels like somebody here was maybe a little bit egoic on their high horse, just assumed, look, the Empress is going to fall over me. I'm the King of Cups. I'm the prize. And although the King of Cups is the prize, I feel that somebody here had to realize that before you can get past the Empress, you need to get off the high horse. You need to have a realization, and there is going to be a shift of energy here that's going to show you that the Empress is like, yeah, absolutely, you can come in. We can have this new beginning, but you're not getting past the 10 swords. The Empress is going to make you talk about it, for sure. I feel like that the 10 of Cups is here. The Empress is healed, keeping herself behind the boundaries, because first, before anything goes down, you have to have a realization that you're in a little bit of your ego, thinking that everybody wanted you. And maybe it's the truth, Cancer. Maybe everybody does want you. Maybe you're just this delicious energy that no one can live without. But it doesn't work on the Empress because she doesn't need you. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Right there, we've got the 5 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Why? Because the Page of Cups is in the reverse. So I want to say that there is an emotional immaturity that needs to be taken care of here. That there is a lack of creativity. There's somebody's disconnected from their intuition. And the High Priestess is here to say, you need to connect to your intuition. So I don't know if it's you, but maybe it is. But it feels like one person here is the High Priestess, the other person's disconnected from their intuition, and that's why they're sad. So take it as it resonates for you. It could be a little bit confusing. I'm not taking any responsibility for that. I hope you can follow it, whether you are the Empress or you are the King of Cups. I feel like there is going to be a conversation here. We have to talk about why it ended first before we can begin again, because it was a sad situation, I feel. I feel like somebody did something, and the Empress is unhappy because there's unrealistic expectations here. And the unrealistic expectation, I feel, is that you think I'm just going to, fawn over you like everybody else. The Empress doesn't need to do that. She's a whole person by herself. She doesn't need this person that's on their high horse. So it does feel like somebody here needs to kind of have this awakening here to figure out that, the Empress isn't chasing me. So if I want the Empress, I'm going to have to double back, because the Empress is just not going to hand out reciprocity. We're going to have a conversation, a really clear, honest, truthful, justified conversation before anything can move forward to this here. All right, I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back, and I'm always back. Thank you so much for all of the likes and the clicks and views that you gave me on your last Cancer video, the monthly one. I'll be back with some bonus reads as soon as I can get enough energy. I will do that. I'm gone for now. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'm out for now. Bye-bye.